Two notebooks written by scientist Charles Darwin have been mysteriously returned to Cambridge University Library nearly 20 years after they were stolen. It's a proper mystery, isn't it?
It is. The books, worth millions of pounds, were in a gift bag with a note, but exactly who took them remains a missing link. Our arts correspondent Rebecca Jones has the story.
They're safe, they're undamaged, they're home. Charles Darwin's precious, priceless notepads, which have been missing for more than 20 years. But their return couldn't be more mysterious. They were left anonymously at Cambridge University Library in this pink gift bag, containing the box the notebooks were originally stored in, and an envelope with this simple message. Inside, the two notebooks wrapped tightly in cling film. This is where the gift bag was left outside the librarian's office. But with no CCTV, the library doesn't know who put it there, or indeed where the notebooks have been and why they've been returned now.
Like many other buildings, we don't have CCTV in places where people are just regularly passing through. Our CCTV monitors the front of the building, it monitors the back of the building. So we have passed the CCTV that we have available to the police, and that's a matter for their live investigation.
Cambridge University Library is huge. There are 130 miles of shelving and the notebooks are tiny. They were last seen in November 2000 when they'd been removed to be photographed. Despite various searches, they never turned up. And 15 months ago, the BBC first highlighted that Dr. Gardner thought they'd been stolen, and she launched a worldwide appeal to find them.
Your help could be critical in seeing the notebooks safely returned. And I would ask anyone who thinks they may know of the notebook's whereabouts to get in touch. Please help.
One of the notebooks features Darwin's Tree of Life sketch, which helped inspire his theory of evolution.
They're some of the most remarkable documents in the whole history of science. I honestly think, the theory of natural selection and evolution is probably the single most important theory in the life and earth environmental sciences. And these are the notebooks in which that theory was put together.
Professor Secord is one of many experts to examine the notebooks and confirm they're authentic.
Where the clasp is on the notebooks, you can see little bits of copper where it's actually been eroded away. These are the tiny telltale signs that the whole team of researchers at the University Library can use to tell that they're genuine.
So while Darwin's ideas helped enlighten the world, the notepads now carry a secret story of their own. A secret which may never be fully revealed. Rebecca Jones, BBC News, Cambridge.
Well, Dr. Jessica Gardner is the Cambridge University librarian who led the campaign to find those missing books, and she joins us now. Lovely to see you. Just tell me about that moment that you realised the books were being returned. What was that like?
It's really hard to put into words. I still feel joyous and a bit shaky. You can imagine the shiver up your spine as I opened that package and, began to hope that what we are seeing is the two precious missing notebooks, which have been last seen over 2 decades ago. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to the public and to the media as well, because I am absolutely sure that public appeal, led to their return and their safe home, just where they should be, alongside Charles Darwin's archive here at Cambridge University Library. Thank you.
So obviously there's the excitement of getting these notebooks back, and then I imagine the very careful process of checking that all the pages are there, that nothing's been taken, that they're all intact.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And we've actually been through 4 stages of authentication. And of course, we had to wait until we had permission from the police to open the package. So imagine what those few days were like. But when we had permission, our head of conservation was the person with the steady hands unpacking that cling film and doing the first physical check to make sure that every page was there. Then one of our archivists, a specialist in the history of science, checking against the digital copy that we've got against the microfilm, making sure that we were really sure that what we were seeing was the authentic original notebooks, and they are academic internal to the university as well as external experts from the antiquarian book trade have confirmed that the original notebooks are back, and they tell such an important part of the scientific record. I'm just so pleased.
Oh, that's great. Jessica, tell us about the condition that the books were in, because I imagine while they were missing, one of your biggest concerns was that they maybe weren't being looked after properly.
Well, you're right. You don't know. We didn't know what had happened to them. We didn't know where they were, and all sorts of things go through your mind. But I'm really pleased to tell everybody that they're in really good condition. I mean, these notebooks date back to late 1830s. They show the evolution of Darwin's theory of evolution as he's thinking on the page in front of you. It's in good condition. Every page that should be there is there, and the important, tree of life sketch, which is on tote bags and on tea towels and on cards around the world. Imagine the thrill of seeing that, because I hadn't seen that before. So seeing that for the first time, it's safe, in good condition, and we're going to put them on display actually this summer. We've been planning a Darwin exhibition for a long time. The coincidence is that's what it is, but it is just really, really pleasing, and a way of saying thank you is to put them on display. And I think, I'd like to invite people to come and see them, because my joy, I think, is shared around the world.
It's lovely to share in that joy that you're showing us this morning on the programme. I'd love to know who pinched them, though. I mean, are we going to get to the bottom of this? What clues have we got? There was a note, wasn't there? And is there some sort of CSI investigation being launched to try and find out where they've been?
I can imagine a whole docu-series on this one, can't you? It's a live police investigation. We called them as soon as we thought they were what they turned out to be. And they have a live investigation that's ongoing, and I leave them to do their expert part. But you're right, there was a note, but it's anonymous. Just 3 words. I mean, quite unusual, really. 3 words on a brown paper envelope in which the notebooks were returned. It said librarian. That's me. It's my role. I get letters and parcels to me with that name every day. Happy Easter, and an X. I mean, you couldn't make it up, but my pleasure is that they're back and they're safe. But it is a mystery, and we don't know who, we don't know how.
Right, I'm interested in this. So was it in handwriting, or was it like letters cut out of a newspaper? What are we looking at here?
Typewritten, I'm afraid. So, no clues there. Just typewritten, those 3 words in the cross. Someone's conscience has been pricked. They are back. They're where they should be, alongside all the rest of the Charles Darwin archive.
Jessica, I think D.I. Walker is interested in investigating this. You might be getting a call. Jessica, it's so brilliant to talk to you this morning. And
Thank you.
What a great story. Thank you very much indeed. Great they've been returned.
Do you know what? Isn't it?
You're fascinated by that. I can tell you're going to find out who that was, aren't you?
When you get a guest who is so enthusiastic about what they do, and their love of their job just pours out of the screen.
Totally.
Oh, come on. I need to investigate. Come on.
I know. You're going to solve that crime, aren't you?
Right, I'm going to find out. I'm going to make some new telly about that.
I think you might.
Stay with us. The headlines are coming up.